This is Adrian here at the Celebrity Long Beach Grand Prix 2011 race with former UFC light heavyweight champ Tito Ortiz. How you doing today, Tito?
Doing awesome, man. We had our first run, and I was running my lines perfect. Everything felt great. Last week when I had my practice, I think I pressed it a little too hard. I hit the wall. I ran into Jamon. I was all over the place, but now it's a lot more control, a lot more confidence. And I think the big factor behind all this is having it under control.
You're known for your incredible work ethic, for putting 110% into all your training camps before your fights. What kind of effort did you put into the training camp for the race?
A lot. It was very, very mental. I don't realize how mental it is, but it's physical also. So I think having both attributes and combine them together, as I do in fighting, it helps out a lot. It makes me very competitive in this race.
Well, we know you have a wife and kids at home. They're always there when you're ready to fight, worried about you. Are they worried about you racing? Like you said, you wrecked earlier. It was on TMZ, all the news sites. Are you worried about wrecking in the race? Are you going to be ready?
No, I ain't going to wreck in the race. No way. Jenna, she was a little afraid for me. But it's one of those things. I'm very competitive, man. I want to push the car to the limits. I pressed the car to the limits, and I found out what happened. So now I know the limits of the car, and it ain't going to happen again.
You have a really exciting fight, a huge fight coming up against Ryan Bader. He's also a wrestler. You guys match up pretty well. You're known for your incredible cardio, somewhere where he lacks a little bit. How do you think you guys match up?
I think we match up really, really well. He has only one loss on his record. He's a tough kid, really great wrestler. His stand-up skills are fairly decent. His ground game's okay. I think I have my mouth cut out for me, where this kid is really, really tough. And just a factor, I got to do the work. I got to be in great shape, and I got to press the pace.
You were the longest reigning champ UFC history for light heavyweights. You took Machida to the distance, almost finished him in the third round. You've had incredible wars. Do you think that if you go into the fight healthy, is there anything that you can't do?
Of course, there's nothing I can do. I'm going to try to do everything. I look at I haven't had a win since 2006. And people got to understand, watch all the fights that I have lost. I lost them by a little bit. When I fought Forrest Griffin the second time, I thought I beat him 2 rounds to 1. When I fought Rashad, I thought I beat him. The only reason they took the point away that made it a draw, I thought I didn't grab the fence. But there's so many things that you say, but at the end of the day, it's about the losses you had. And I'm competing against the top guys in the world each and every time. There's never no gimmies any guys who I fight. And I got to thank Dana and Joe Silva, who give me these matches to show that I'm still competing against the top guys in the world.
There's a question I wanted to ask you a few years ago, never got the chance to, but I'm born and raised in the Huntington Beach area. I've been a fan of yours since your first fight. When you were going through the disputes with the contracts, a lot of people thought you were being greedy, but correct me if I'm wrong, didn't you fight for free to keep your amateur status in your first UFC fight?
Yes, I did. UFC 13, I fought as a free competitor because I love to fight, man. People gotta understand, I gotta take care of my family. People who say they're greedy, they've never gone through survival in life, where you gotta survive to, to live. And I've been through that, and I've been broke. I lived on the streets, I lived in cars, I lived in motels. I've lived around a lot of bad things at a young age, so I just try to work hard. I make the difference that other fighters are afraid to do. Now that I've already made the difference, I've looked down upon by many people who don't understand the business. It's a business. If you think of it as just fighting, you're going to be lost and be forgotten about like a Matt Hughes. This is really about business. You got to become a role model and an inspiration to a lot of these fighters, knowing what to do as a businessman.
Last question. Any chance I can ride shotgun with you in the race?
I don't know. You got to ask them. You're more than welcome to if you can. It's up to them. But I don't know, that extra weight, I think I don't need it. I carry enough weight myself. So racing against some of these other guys who are a lot smaller, I think that's their speed factor, is the lightweight.
This is Adrian here with UFC fighter Tito Ortiz, wishing you the best of luck tomorrow, 2011 Celebrity Grand Prix. Thank you very much for the time.
Yeah, without a doubt. Check it out, July 2nd, coming for Bader.